this in-between state. This stateless state. Between this and that. There's nothing happening there. There's nothing for mind to participate in. There is no world going on. There's no past and future. There's no life, no death. There's just tranquil peace. Tranquil, moving but unmoving. You see? In between state. How can mind understand this? How can mind want to be in this, you see? It wants to be apart from this. It wants to go on this way. And when comments are made like, it's in between life and death, mind fluctuates. Well, that means it is separate from death. Ah, good. Oh, but wait a minute, it's separate from life. Without life, I am not here. So it takes you back to the death. It takes you back to information. No, you saw people dying. You saw coffins. Your relatives, your friends. It's true. Mind does not want to participate. This in-between, effortless, tranquil space is truth. The truth of what you are. And you cannot see it without mind. You cannot go towards it fully, even without mind. Because you are looking from it, you see. Your eyes cannot see your eyes. Your tongue cannot taste itself. You will never see your truth. But you cannot not be your truth. Being. You are the being. And beyond your stateless state that you are, way back, even beyond, to the furthest beyond, the infinite beyond, this Brahman, or Absolute, is seeing. Is seeing through your being. All these words are doing are putting you back in your rightful place. You're not a meager human. Your body is time. Your body has some sort of end. Your mind will be replaced with a new version. But it's all the same bodies, all the same mind, all the same consciousness. Your rightful place is in the heart of consciousness. Everything in this physical world is a clue. You are this 6-foot person, and right in the middle of this person is your heart that we call Hara. You see? Hara is true heart. This heart is body heart. You see? Reflective heart. Your whole being is in this center. Everything else, another projection. And then from this projection, the world is projecting. And from the world's projection, the universe projecting. And from the universe, the galaxy. And on and on and on. All from this core. The core is the true word, you see? Core. The core of the apple, you see? Without the seeds in the middle, no apple. Without the apple and the seeds being connected to the tree, no seeds. Without the tree and the roots being connected to the earth, no tree. Without the earth, no planet. But you are not connected, you see? You are the connecting piece from earth to universe, you see? Without your eyes, earth will not see universe. Brahman will not see earth, will not see universe. Many eyes and many planets all over galaxies. I don't think you are the most important planet, you see. Every eye is important. This in-between state is tranquil. But it's useless, you see. You know, how will you know tranquil without experiencing different senses, different versions of tranquility, different versions of love, different versions of anger, different versions of peace, different versions of emptiness, different versions of happiness? How can you experience anything without projecting this outward? This solitude, infinite blissful state does not know. The tongue does not know. It's the tongue. The eyes do not know they are eyes. They are serving a purpose, you see. When you go beyond your body, which is where you're looking for, so there's no going. When you realize, when you unidentify with your body and your mind, everything becomes more tranquil. So you're not really turning to face yourself. Your true self is infinite. So you're sucking yourself in, you see. The projected body, everything is coming closer. Mind, everything is coming closer to your true state. Very simple outward, inward journey, cycle of life. You, this in-between stateless state of tranquil bliss, had a notion to see what you are. But you cannot look inward, you see. So you need things to reflect. You introduce consciousness. You have this birth, consciousness, mother, meaning you, father. But no sex change, no sex differences, yin, yang, feminine, masculine, whatever. No powerful. One cannot be here without the other. So you do not introduce consciousness or create consciousness. It exists, you see. Both simultaneously at the same time. This one moment creates this stateless state, which is secondary. That is why you can never actually understand God, absolute Brahman. Never know, because you can only look from outward. And you are pure, tranquil consciousness. You're the core, the heart. We all appear from this heart of consciousness. And we experience different versions of consciousness, which is bodies, minds, forms, formlessness, movement, time, timelessness, life, death. But the core of consciousness has no life nor death. It is simply simple, simply simple, and simply here. With no name, no understanding, no logic. Science is fun. Science produces so much beautiful things, but science will never ever, in its entirety, billions of years down the line, find what it's looking for. A scientist may find what it's looking for. He or she. By ignoring science, ignoring universe, ignoring world, ignoring spirituality, ignoring religion, ignoring self, ignoring consciousness, being the most ignorant, being the most ridiculous fool, being unable to walk because mind is so fragile. It is hardly trying to, it is barely able to do the most basic things. And what is found? Nothing. Because seeing is not your job. You see? Seeing is the job of the one beyond. The state that this is, when barely able to walk, is being, No one can stop their legs walking without being an accident or whatever. Without this body ceasing to function properly. You're not the controller, you see. Your job is simply to be. You're the little robot that's remote. That's the job of body and mind. But your true job is not to be the witness. It's to realize that witnessing is taking place through your body. And if you allow this witnessing to take place through your body, where you have no say, then you are going to serve a great life of being this body. When you try and fight against and be the seer and the doer and the superior and the individual. Free will, my purpose, person. The body will experience suffering. But there's no suffering to any single human being, any person. At no moment of your life has any single being suffered. Human has suffered. Being is an in-between state that some may experience. Being, simple, moving inwards. Simple, moving inwards by ignoring everything outwards, including body, name, ego, identity, mind, attached base, desired things that we think is so important. And then when you experience this in-between state, this being, this tranquil, that never fades inside, then you realize, wow, I am beautiful. Everything I see outside is absolutely perfect. Then you see a true reflection of what you are. And this witness, this absolute, this God, this Brahman, is absolutely delighted because your eyes are now clear. And he is witnessing what he or it created. And he could not have done it without your simple being. So you are very, very important. Very important to experience tranquil peace. This is what is meant by this God who is written in biblical terms and Bibles and whatever. This is what is meant when he says, I want you to see on my behalf what I want you to be, eternally free and happy, with no effort, with absolutely no effort. In fact, if you put in effort, your eyes will become cloudy because they're not in the right place at the right time. But this God, this absolute, this Brahman, is a slave to you, you see, constantly cleaning your eyes. Every eye, every single eye that exists, constantly cleaning. Yeah, moving mind away. Go away for one moment. Yeah, back. Oh, he's dirty again. Oh, back. No, no complaints. Simply caring. Selfishly, of course, because without you, this absolute is useless. So it's 50-50, you see. He needs you, or it needs you, as much as you need it. He wants everyone to be in this stateless state. And therefore everything will be seen very quickly. And we can go to the paradise that awaits. Namaste.